Hello, hello guys. Welcome, welcome. Let me just check that everything is okay. It seems to be. We're getting ready for Foundry in 15 minutes. Can pop the pets, try to get a title for the first bit. So we got that. I'm hesitating to buff. I don't think it's really useful. I think we're gonna win quite easily. So I'm not too stressed about that. Hello, welcome to the stream. So I'm not gonna buff for today. I'll see how it goes, but that should be kind of okay. It should be pretty much okay. Actually, not to buff. And I'll do it only if we need to. Welcome. Just getting ready for it. Collecting all the red dots on my farm before we play on the main. What, do we have a bit of stamina? We have a bit of stamina. So let's spend it. Let's spend it. Everyone is kind of doing the same. Good evening, guys. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna start in 10 minutes for Foundry. Kind of chilling before that. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think I did all I needed on this city. I'm just getting that for free. And then we go and wait. And let's have a chat if you guys are around. If you want to tell me how your Foundry went, if you did it already, or if you do it same time as us. I see you. So some people from the Alliance are watching, but they are not speaking English. I mean, they probably understand a bit, but they are not. They seem to speak in their own language. Hey, hello Betty, hello Master Chief, hello everyone else. Maybe maybe you actually speak English. You're just shy of it. So for us, we do Foundry. We do 2 Foundry at the same time, Legion 1, Legion 2. Maybe something you want you guys to know, either you watch a replay or, if you have an issue fighting when you are 30 because you face alliance that are too strong, the registration for Foundry is only the top 20 players. So basically, if you register with 10, with 15, with less than 20, matchmaking will be in your favor. So that's how it is to cheese. You do, Master Chief. So it's kind of the way we cheese it, right? Is like we register at 15 because we don't have, we have strong players again, but we don't have the strongest. So we tend, as soon as we register 30, we find alliances that are so much stronger than us. And then we have no chance to win, and it's not fun. So instead of having no chance to win, the solution is to get a matchup that you have no chance to lose, which is not fun for the opponents. But that's just how matchmaking works, right? It's like you don't really... Either we lose, either we win, most likely. So we kind of decide to win. So yeah, so I'm ready, just waiting kind of for the last moments. How are you, Master Chief? How is your Sunday, man? For me, I did some gardening with the wife, played some Diablo, cooked some food, listened to a lot of interviews and videos that I like to listen to. So overall, a good weekend. Not the most productive, but it's raining a lot today, so it's not really a good, We did a bit of gardening just before the rain started. And that's all we could do. So I'm gonna pop the recon, because that lasts for 2 hours. And I'm not gonna buff, and we're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna see, bring on the battle. So who is in the lineup? Because I don't pay too much attention to Foundry. Can we see? Kind of my gain is kind of lagging. I hope the stream is okay. So Tonton, the F, Denise, Farcad, Webster, Patron, El Patron, Patron Bétier, le Legion 2. Oh, Sato is not playing. That's weird. Daria, Chaos, Teddy, Pelo. So all the strongest, basically. We pick the 15 strongest. The Wu not playing as well. Okay, fair enough. Kiwak. Okay, so we have a good... Then everyone is Legion 2. But the strongest are Legion 1. So that will be a good lineup for us. That should go well. We won Alliance Showdown. As a kind of a no-brainer, no match for them. Kind of, they strip them every day. Even some people care about this event. I don't really understand that much why, but you see, some people care. Some people are spending, quite a bit on it. Well, the rewards are kind of. You get a bit of fire crystals, but that's low. Yeah, you get that building, but that's troop attacks, that's bad. That's if it was lethality, I get it. I get it for lethality, but I don't find it that, that rewarding, to be honest with you. Oh, Sato is watching football or something. Watching the White Sox vs Houston Astros with good friend. I have no idea what is he talking about. I don't follow sport at all. Actually never watch sports. Even I used to do skiing, I used to do many things. in clubs and stuff and training, but I never really enjoyed watching. I mean, he's not just watching; he's going, so it's not really my thing. So Donis is a proud owner of a Globskin. That's the first one. I'm very happy they give us back the old fishing skin. That was kind of a bit of a, kind of a disappointment, I guess. Did not really like the new skin. So happy we could get, the old one back. So 3 minutes and we go. Thank you. Good luck. Did you play your Foundry yet? The other day, like in Arena, I think it was not Kaspar. Do you have a Kaspar, Usaria? I forgot his name. But one of you guys, basically. And I, stopped my attack. I was like about to kick his butt because he was kind of weaker than me. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna attack someone from Team Usaria. Did not want it to, so... Play 2 Legion. Yeah, I assume it was Aaron. How are you, Aaron? How are you, mate? Now that you are in a beast server. I'm actually, I don't know if I will enjoy a very, very active state. Like where I'm super weak in it, I can't find you anymore. It's been a long time we didn't talk. Also, they did not move to the same state. So these guys used to be with us. They were not really happy with us. So they tried another alliance on the states and they end up leaving, but they end up splitting. They are not in the same states. I thought they all went to the same state. Yeah, it was Casper actually. It was Casper. So that's my buddy Arrow. That's, he's the one that taught me everything about Alliance Championship. He was the king of it. And, I don't think I'm doing it as good as he does, but it's good enough for the time it takes. I'm happy with it. So 8 seconds, so we are cooking. Let's go see. Okay, injured troops. I probably have the one infantry I did a polar terror with. Oh no, I have 5 minutes. Okay, let's go. You can see, just before Foundry every time that people have troops. So who is showing up? So we have the F. Farkad is online. So we have the 2 big dudes. We just missed the knees. And how are our opponents looking? So this dude is FC8. Wow, there are FC1 and FC3s. So far they don't have really, really big dudes. And there are a lot of little dudes to bully. So that's gonna be okay. I decided to stream Foundry, but I find Foundry quite boring, to be honest with you guys. So, if you want to chat, if you have questions, if you have, just want to chill watch me on your TV screen like Farkad does with his wife and his kids. I'm like, I'm like their TV show, you know. No pressure. No pressure. So okay, they have a bit more people porting, but still their FC8 are kind of weak. So I'm kind of, you know, maybe I buff a bit, so you know, so it's a bit more fun. I'm not gonna do 20% on everything, but if I have 20%, I'll use, and if not, I'll buff a bit. So let's do 10. Let's see my stat, because I kind of improved quite a bit, and I did not buff in a long time. So let's do 20%, and we'll swap the troop deployments properly for the first attack. So I'll try to, like, there are a lot of targets. If there are a lot more than us, we will, you know, to make sure they are not gathering too much and reinforcing too much, we'll need to burn some people. So I'll kind of go aggressively to burn some dudes. But so far they don't really have a strong player. So basically what will likely happen is, and what the way we register, right, is that Farkad, F, and Denise is not playing with the globe skin. He doesn't want to scare people. Okay, so 14 vs 19, so there should be 10 more basically for them, while we are just missing one guy, and we shall kick their butt. So let's try to find like weak people. The little one will go straight to Valhalla. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. Oh, Pelo is here. Okay, these are a bit strong. These are level 6, so let's go. We'll go. So I bought a fancy teleport skin, you know. So I'll just adjust my troop ratio once, which take me a bit of time. Should have done that sooner, and then. Oh, Chaos teleported, so I cannot. So far it's kind of quiet. Let me go there then. Let me go there. Not even scouting, we'll just see how it goes. Like, the issue is, like, even, like, you know, sometimes it does not go that well on level 6. But, you know, I still injured a lot of troops, so to blow him up, it will take quite a while. Because he has different troops, decent heroes. He's FC6, so I'll try to blow him up, but it's gonna take a little while, and if he's defended, then it's not gonna be fun for too long. It's gonna take me a little bit. So let's see. Yeah, he is defended. Someone reinforced him, so I have no chance anymore against him. But everything is blue, so maybe I call a rally. Let's do 3 minutes. Yeah, the little ones are not on the battlefield, right? So that's how usually it goes. Is oh, they are. So if you are a level, you know, Fire Crystal 1 or 3, 4, 5, you stay in town basically, and you reinforce from town. That's kind of the way you play. If you are not too, you know, I wouldn't say stupid, but if you care to stay alive. So I'm being scouted. I'm not sure if people will join my rally. You know, it's a bit too much. I actually cancel, and I'll actually bully the neighbor, right? Oh, I think my game froze, and I think no, okay. So I'm gonna bully the level 3 before they reinforce him. So either I lose all my troops or he burns. No, he burns, okay. He has nothing left anyway. So the F is here, so that's gonna go well. So the level 3 is kind of cooked anyway, so I'll scoot everyone. I'll see if there is someone that kind of has weak stats. Maybe there's a FC7 I can take. So that's my stat. If you want to check me arrow, it's time. So that's me buffed between 10 and 20%, right? Some 10, some 20. So it's not, you know, it's getting there, right? It's improving quite a bit, but Arctic is quite weak. But okay, the F is burning him, so Arctic is quite weak. Chris is decent, but he's quite kind of weaker, but he has 1.4 million troops. Who is he? Okay, Denise is here, and if Denise is around, they're gonna burn. They're gonna burn a lot more than if I do. Can I reinforce steady? 4 minutes. So that's a bit costly, but let's see. 37 seconds, yeah, I'm good. So now they're gonna port because we have our wells around. So the dude reinforced it. Okay. Yeah, it's not really funny, right? I need to kind of be a bit more aggressive. Let me see how it goes. So that was the rally, and that was me, and I don't really hurt him at all. So there is not much point, so I need to find weaker targets. So Denise is going, so I'll go after Denise. Because that's gonna hurt him. I'm basically killing myself trying to make points. So even Denise did not burn him. So, or he can't sell, I don't know which one, but but the map is blue, right? So we are picking, you want to get the train station, that's really important. So you get, you know, easier teleports. Should I garrison in? I can send something. I can send a march if I'm not moving, it's gonna help. So this dude is burning, so we can go, let's try to burn them basically. So see me, for me I failed, right? I don't really get to make a lot of points. I'm not, you know, I'm too far. I'm not far enough basically from these guys. That's why I find Foundry boring. Is like, if you are not strong enough to be able to burn people, you kind of have to either wait for rallies, or you can't do shit basically. So let's, you know, get the crumbles, they say. So this one is red. Why? Because they have some of their bigger player. This one exploded as well. So I managed to get some point, but the dude is porting out now. So this guy is cooked nearly, so let's see if I can get some. This guy is cooked, he has no power left, so that should be maybe a few more points. That's why I really wish I'm stronger sometimes, you know, because you can do something. Is your wife loving my French accent, Aaron? That's the question. Because, you know, when you when you cannot have an American accent or anything else, you can only do like the thick French accent. Sometimes you're kind of wanting to get something else as an accent, but you know, stranger, like people from other country, they're okay with it. So let's do that dude a bit if we can. Let's see. I'll scout just in case, but I don't think he's reinforced yet, and I think he's sending a lot of troops, so I have a decent shot at him. But he has nothing left in his city, so they're already kind of cooked. These guys are already done. So either I port somewhere and I try to duel someone, but they start to have low power. Denise is not rallying. I can try to get to him. 3 minutes. Yeah, I'll get it there in time. Denise, so I'm kind of left alone with these dudes I cannot take on, so not super interesting, so I'll move. So Denise is burning, so we are getting this back. We cannot gather yet on the map, so should I go? That dude is cooked already as well. Level 7. These are kind of weak people, right? Let's try to see what we can do. Successful? Yeah, that's good. That's really good. And that dude is not doing anything against me, so we can keep burning the other dude. So he's burning, he's losing a lot of troops, so I'll basically just kill him, so that's one less people for them. So my second march is not... It's really funny, right? You don't have the right gear. Like my second march is not doing shit, basically. That's one of the challenge as well, you know, when you are not that strong, is like your first march is really not doing much. Your second, sorry. So you can only do first march, more or less. So this guy is too strong. This guy is a lot stronger as well. So yeah, so I cannot do much more here. I reinforce. Just in case they're rallying, I reinforce. So they got middle. So that's interesting. That's really interesting to see them having middle. I would not have bet, you know, but that I think we're gonna take it. Okay, so let's go middle with something. Let's go here. That's really important as well. Basically, these two buildings are doing details. This one boost damage, boost damage reduction. So this one, the munition warehouse, is super important. And this one is doing, I forgot. Enemies, army in building will deal less damage and take more damage 5 minutes following a mercenary strike. So that's really, really important. Because if you get that, don't get that building and you get middle and you get a mercenary strike, which is very often, then you don't do damage basically. Basically, you don't do damage. So here we good. So let's see if they are gathering. They are not gathering. That's the only way they could win is they gather a lot because we are very little amount of player compared to them, right? And many of them did not show up. So here Chaos is in, so let's help Chaos. But it's not his best march, so the time of the, yeah, I'm not sure he will be able to hold, to be honest. Or I need to port. When are they coming? 40 sec. I'm being attacked, but I don't think that's gonna be an issue. Oh, it is going in Legion 2. Yeah, no, they are not. But that's just the way just the way we register, right? They cannot be technically because we register only 15 people, and matchmaking is with 20 people. So we are facing people that are the game is trying to. I mean, there are 20 people counting into the power for matchmaking, and we have 15. So overall, our players are stronger. That's basically the way it works, and that's kind of how we do it, and that really works well for us. Else we fight, because we have the same issue, we don't have a max player. So if we register 30 people at our, with the strength of our top player, plus the strength of the alliance, plus the fact that, you know, we are in old kind of old state and we are S tier for Foundry, we always face some of the best alliances in the neighborhood, and we get totally crushed. We get destroyed because these guys, they have multiple max players sometimes. Like it's a complete no match. Like we have no chance to win, and that's a bit crazy. But I'm not sure why, you know, the matchmaking happened that way, why they cannot find an alliance that kind of a decent opponent for us, but they don't. They never, and we just get destroyed. So yeah, so we cheat the matchmaking, so we actually have a chance to do something. And if you find yourself in a position where you lose too much tagging with 30 players, then yeah, that's a very good thing to do. Basically, you register with your top 15. It's just that if you are kind of in the early days and like your alliance is super active, it's tough to tag only with 15 players in one and 30 in the other, because you have 60 people that want to participate. So that's one of the challenges. If we were too active, like on a newer state or a bit more active alliance, then we would not really be able to afford to do that easily. So far so good, right? Defensive. Oh, that was the march that was going to the wrong building. So they are taking this building. So that's a real issue for us. We need to get this one and this one. So I might go and actually help Thomas. It's good he could take him, because if there are two of us, they cannot really take it. Then I'll help middle as well. I'll send Patrick. Then transport is very important, so we get 3 teleports of 10. Then here, why not? It's not too far from me. So it's kind of reinforcing and kind of waiting, right? I'll help Webster here. And I'll keep 1 march to attack if I need to. So I'll defend 5. I still have a bit of infantry. I'll basically scare that dude and, you know, get him to move on. So he's burning, so that's good. So that should be, again, win by far. No surprise here. The only thing to watch for us if it's really they are collecting resources and farming. That could be the only thing, but I think it's even if they pick all of these, like, that's done for them probably. And if they are, I'll just port around and just burn some people. But when kind of the matchup is close, that's something you want to kind of look that they are not gathering too much, basically. So can I, yeah. Are we good everywhere? Okay, so it's Webster in the middle. How is she doing with T11 actually? Yeah, she has 1. She has 1. But how is it looking for now? Are you guys winning in Foundry too, or is it like a close matchup? I'm not clear. For us, it's like yeah, it's Foundry, right? I don't know. I don't know what they could do to make Foundry a bit more of an interesting event. I'm not 100% sure, but it's kind of a slow, kind of, you know, it's one of the first game modes, so it's kind of slow, right? So let me just check chat. Things are okay. So that's coming to middle. The map is basically blue, so there is not much of a surprise, I guess. Should I just go around and bully farmers? But they are not really farming. Next teleports, I'm actually in 2 minutes. I might actually go and bully farmers a bit. But I'm not too worried that they are actually making points because they are not ready, so. So I'm actually alone here, so I'm gonna dispatch my best march. I'll swap. I'll swap because people let me down. I'm lonely, guys, come on, help me. Okay. So let's look at Farkad. How is he doing? So he mostly focused on charms, last SVS, and that's, you know, that's the main difference between a good kind of good player in terms of power and me is lethality and health, right? If we compare my best, is that my best march? It's my best march. You know, it's 500–600% of these. The difference is, you know, it's that much basically. So that's really the big difference. It's 500–600% of on top, you know, of widgets and stuff. And if you guys are watching, if you could give a like on the stream just for visibility, just to support the channel, it will help a lot. YouTube kind of like this kind of stuff, you know. Oh, I'm getting rallied. Getting rallied. And I don't think I can take it, yeah. We are decently strong, but we are not the strongest. So it's not gonna be... Are they marching? No, they cancel. So it's really very full blue. Like there are not much we cannot do. We can just go and, you know, get some of the farmers, but they are a bit far to, because the dude is nearby, so it's not gonna work very well. I'll join Teddy if I can. That's what I don't like about Foundry and, you know, joining rallies is like it's always costing a lot of gems. I like to keep my gem for the VIP. But, you know, they are what? Okay, so you guys seems to, I mean, they might come back right in 15 with full troops, but it seems that you guys are, if you make them leave, that's a good sign. That means that they are burned and empty. It's probably a bit funnier, even for me to play or to stream, to go to Legion 2 actually. because I'm not strong enough that I'll bring you know, big whales, and I probably can do a few things. The issue with Legion 1 is like I cannot really it takes too much basically for me to zero furnace crystal, fire crystal 7 or even 6 or 7. It takes a few attacks to burn their walls and, you know, to at least to put a lot of troops in the infirmary. And people in Foundry are either healing sometimes or either getting reinforced. So it means that for me I can do peanuts unless the dude is weak, you know, is weak basically. So that's the part I, you know, I don't find that that fun, I guess. What happened to the rally? Oh, he cancelled the rally. That was 800 gems for me. That's fair, right? But and when you defend 5 buildings, you don't have a march to do anything. Your march is, you know, walking 3 minutes one direction, walking 2 minutes in another direction. So it's kind of it's a very, very, very slow. So if you guys have any question, anything, you please ask. So we have time for that on such an event. I think I have a battery issue on my headset. So I'm getting reinforced, so that should be okay, that should be safe. I think they kind of gave up, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if they are somewhere, but... And it's probably, you know, for them it's probably upsetting, right? Because they are facing an alliance that's basically kicking their butt they can do nothing about because we registered in a way, right? So, you know, if I were them, I would not find it fun. But I don't really care because it's for us we do that, but it's not really the fairest matchup. But for us we can bully people, so you know, spenders are happy, fighters are happy. Weaker people can be bullied. See, Denis is sporting. That's why as well I don't fight too actively. See, like there is one dude on the battlefield. And he's defending, right? He's defending a bit. I don't know if he's reinforced or what, but he's defending a bit Denis. He's defending a bit the F. So these guys have like huge stats. So it's not nothing to be able to defend. But they are trying really, really strong to burn him. Teddy, what Teddy is doing? He's rallying here. And I just need one speed up to join Teddy. So let's do that. See, like they managed to make him burn at the end of the day. But it kind of, even for like, you know, very, very strong player, it takes them a couple of attacks to break someone's city. So for me, it's like, it's really, really tough in Foundry. And it doesn't seem to get easier over time. I'm still number 5 though, in terms of fighting, but it was not with it cost me a lot. I lost a lot more troops than I killed basically. Did I join too late? Okay, no, he cancelled, right? The rally was cancelled, so that's mostly why. So yeah, people are attacking their farmers. So I guess it will be a very quiet last 20 minutes. Maybe they are just, you know, are they just all here or they all just left? Yeah, you know, most of them are here. Even some of their FC8s. And the other one, you know, there are 12 in the battlefield, so there are 7 in base, so that means there are 5, you know, left on the battlefield. So most of them left as well. So, you know, if they come back full troops if you leave Foundry and, you know, you really leave, so you have, like, you're not just going to your city, right? That's going to your city, but if you really leave the game, then you get back with your full troops 50 minutes later, I think. So that could be a way to, you know, to heal fully without using 10 days of speed ups, of course, because you can always do it with speed ups, but often it's a lot. So if they come back, maybe it will be a bit more fun. Well, someone wanted, I had to make a shout out to Patron. He asked me for that. But he's fighting on the other. But I'll give you fireworks. I'm not sure he will show in the battlefield, but hey, Patron. What can we do? Because the last 20 minutes is gonna be quite boring. What's going on for next week? Next week is quite boring as well, right? We have Frosty Fortune, Flame and Fang, so I could have kept my Intel mission, but I did not. King of Icefield. So that will be not the last, probably. We probably have the SVS again in Gen 6 before Gen 7. We could have SVS in Gen 7, but that will be a very short, very short Gen 6, which means that we wouldn't have time to max René with the wheel, you know, which is a bit of, let's call it surprising. It will be surprising. So that should be next week. So we should have 2 wheels. So I'll be back to Max René. We have Crazy Joe. Yeah, not much super exciting next week. Let's check again the battlefield, but okay, they pick transportation, so some of them are back. So we could go and have some fun, but yeah, it's well defended, so I'll go and let's see if I can burn one or two with my new fancy teleport. So see, people are, you know, you cannot even fight, people are porting right away. So I'll get him, but DF is going as well, so I'm not sure, you know, the dude might be porting as well. We're gonna get that dude as well. But DF attacked sooner, so let's see how it went. So okay, he has a lot of troops, so that's a juicy target basically. There are some points to get, some meat to steal. But the F is wanting the meat for him. He is speeding up the march, so yeah, and he's probably removing a lot more than I do. But that dude is cooked. So we are alone again. Nobody to fight. So yeah, that's fun. Either you bully noobs or you don't fight anybody. And how did it went? But that guy is dead. I'll kick him. You know, they make some points by stealing the... You want to collect the things, but like, you know, at that stage we don't care, right? So that guy is quite stronger than me, but he did not add his strongest march in his city, and he cannot still kick my butts, right? Because he still have 2 million troops, so I cannot really do much against him. I'll reinforce. Maybe I'll try to rally to see if someone is coming, you know. So Farkad is going actually. So I'll go with my second march and I'll get that one. And I'll rally because I cannot really do much more. I ain't strong enough. To rally, sorry for that. I'll do 2 minutes so someone have time to join. Let's see what we can do. I'll join middle again, but maybe I'll join only with... Well, I send the wrong heroes, but that's okay. So let's see if someone else, but you know, people might be not very active right now at that stage. You know, the kind of the situation is over more or less, right? don't think I have a big success so far. Nobody is joining, so I'll have to cancel. So Denise is so everyone is starting a rally, but nobody is joining someone else's rally. So I'll cancel mine, right? Because I cannot really do much. But Farkad has a chance. If people join me, you know, it would have been a very different story. But I'll go and this dude is cooked. So let's go get some points. So he ported without taking the rally. That's fair enough, right? If I was him, I mean, you don't really care in Foundry, but so that's, you know, that's our three good spenders. And you see they make points. Everyone else, I mean, Teddy is decent, I'm decent, Azagal is decent, Thomas is decent. I mean, even Daya, patron, but like it's so hard for us. How are we doing middle? Middle is not really defended. They are not even gathering, like they are not even trying anymore. Which is, you know, like if you look at their team, like they have half of the people with max reward. So that's a bit weird to me. Even if you lose, you kind of still want max, but it's probably the same for us. Everyone has max reward for us, so that's good. Because people kind of know how to play. But if you look here, you need 180,000 points, right? And what happened in Foundry is most people, they don't do their 180,000 points. So all of these people will have shit rewards because they are losing and they don't have the max one. When it's actually quite easy to get max reward, right? Either you bully a noob, but there is no noob to bully. So you have to go around and to either bet people to get to defend. Okay, there are some action. So people are going after Thomas because he's looking that he's level Fire Crystal 6, but he went for T11 and he has good stats. So he look a lot weaker because he looks like Fire Crystal 6, but he's not really. So he can probably kick their butts in many ways. So let's go middle. How did it went on that dude? I failed, but I destroyed his city quite a bit. So I'll go again. Hopefully it's not reinforced. I did not pay attention. So yeah, so he's burning and he's getting a lots of losses. So it allows me to climb up and to get points, right? That's really when it starts to be interesting, you know, is you can there start to be a good difference between him and me that I actually have a chance to burn him even if he has a lot more troops. But now he is he reinforced? No, he's not. Why did I fail? I'm not sure, but it's a bit weird. Where is Webster? I mean, that's just gonna be okay. That dude is cooked for sure anyway, so... Thank you for the likes, by the way. So... He has 0 troops, so we can make him port, I guess. Yes, Denis looking at him. I would not be too... When a globskin is pretty close to you, unless you're a globskin yourself, it's never a very good news. It's never really good news. What do you guys think they should do to Foundry to make it a bit more dynamic, right? Because matchmaking, they will never fix that. I've been playing games with matchmaking and for long enough to know that matchmaking will never be fair and will be too easy to cheese. I mean, they can do things about it, but it's most games don't do it basically. Fixing their matchmaking, it's a bit of a tough one to do, especially in a game when you don't have a lot of choices, right? Salut Jojac. Someone is watching. Jojac is actually decently strong. He's stronger than me, I think, if I remember. If I remember you, si je me souviens de toi, Jojac, c'est... Yeah, un peu de roule, a bit of red gear. And I don't know if he buffed, but... No, he buffed a bit more than me. No pets. Oh, some pets? Okay. Not the same stat for pets, but yeah. He's buffed. Yeah. There is action somewhere here, but I don't know how much like Denise, Farcad, and the F are burning in terms of teleports, but for me, like, you know, I still have 64, and I'm not planning to go anywhere close to 50, just in case. so yeah. Yeah, everyone with the same stat, but they cannot, like, you know, to do matchmaking, I work in games. I'm not a developer. I was in customer support, but I worked 10 years in customer support in games. I've been spending 10 years answering questions about people complaining about matchmaking in my life. So while I don't understand it like very deep technically, and I've not been working in the industry for what, 5-6 years, so maybe things have changed, like in terms of technology and tools available. But matchmaking, you have your matchmaking that needs to learn kind of your power, right? So there are, of course, your power based on your start, but there are the way you play, and that's very different. So often a good matchmaking is not just based on power or stats, it's based on, you know, performance as well. So they could use different metrics, you know, the win rate, the points, you know, the amount of the activity in fighting based on the points. They have a lot of data points that we have access to, and they have access to that we don't in the back end of the game that, you know, they could use for that. And they have to tweak the sauce to make a good matchmaking. So the game have to learn how strong you are, and then it also has to find a good opponents. But when you look at Foundry, like, there are not that many other alliances, right? It's not like they have 10,000 choices to match you. And even in the game, when there is 10,000 choices, it's hard to make a good matchmaking because there always be unfair matches. Even when you have 100,000, even when you have 1 million players to match, you will have some matches that will be unfair. So SVS matchmaking, not enough people to be good. Foundry matchmaking, definitely not enough people to be good and stuff like that. So matchmaking cannot be fair in some ways. It can sometimes, but that will be the exception more than the rule on a game like that, just because of the yeah. Salut Azuki, bienvenue, bienvenue. Bon, on est plutôt sur la fin, hein, mais on est plutôt sur la fin. Et bienvenue. On va brûler un peu le bonhomme. We're gonna burn that dude a bit with the F. Let's reinforce just in case. We want to keep that, but I want to keep infantry. I don't have much. So that dude is cooked and burned. He's decent as well, right? He has good stats, decent gear. He's a bit low on health, but that's okay. It's marksman and lancer, so you know he made good choices with his gear. Basically, he improved the right piece, so that's someone's playing smart. Why don't I have? Oh, I changed percentages. So, yep. So, am I getting attacked? Yeah, but that dude, but he's cooked. He is cooked. Should we attack Spirou? Hit the F attacking Spirou? Because we have 1 minute, so you know, there is not much to lose. YOLO, like they say. Let's see if we can get Spirou. So we cannot get Spirou, which is not a surprise because he has 2 million troops and we don't. And he has similar gear, a bit better than me. Similar, you know, hero gear and stats is actually better than me. Yeah, he's actually quite stronger than me, so yeah. Ça veut dire que vous avez gagné ou perdu? Did you win or lose, Azuki? I'll explain him how matchmaking. Of course it looks unfair to them. Of course it does, and it is, but that's just the way it is, right? So just gonna explain to him quickly. Ah, cool, ça. Yeah, it's like when you fight a very big whale, it's really good feeling to win. And often the key is collecting points when you manage to explode buildings, right? When you manage to take buildings, teleport quick and get points, and gathering. Okay, nice. To get over 2.7. So how did it went? I think everyone won. Let's just check quickly. I think I got an email. Battle 2 result. So we won. We won decently, so that's good that they had Patron. He's a strong player, so you know he make a good difference compared to many of the other people here. He's stronger. And we nearly have everyone who made their 180. Raiden, make your points, man, if you're watching. Make your points. Think of yourself. And for us, everyone got the points. We got some rewards, and we're gonna go shopping. And shopping is not really good for Foundry, so. I got a few messages to deal with. Just checking that quickly. Okay, so it went very well. So let's do some shopping. So what do you buy in the shop? Not much. That's one of the things as well. I really don't really understand. Like Foundry is a every 2-week event. It's rare. Takes an hour of your time, and you get, you know, like you can get 20 designs. Like it's €1. It's €1.50 worth of stuff, right? Shards are bad. That I like, but you know, it's not the best. So basically, I'll do designs because that's what I need the most, and I'll complete with polishing solution because it's what I need the most for my chief gear. And then I'll improve some XP components. I could have taken the sandstone, but you know, the amount is so small that does not really matter, to be honest, at the end of the day. So that's it for Foundry. Like I actually could make a video about Foundry. I don't think I did. I can't remember. I made some lives. You have a few kind of. It's one of the game mode where you can have easy strategies that really help you. Like for new states, basically, right? People that don't know about the game and that do their first Foundry, you have very simple pointer that really helps, and that really helped my first alliances. You know, because the first battles are a bit different than the way we do it. You often have to capture a lot, like the loot that's coming out of the building when you capture them, the loot that's exploding. When you capture a building that was occupied by the other alliance, and that's really important, so that people need to be good at teleporting and collecting that, basically. For us, that do not matter anymore. We don't. Either we win or we lose. Often it's either a no match one way or the other. It's very rare that it's getting close, and we have to pay attention to that, to be honest. Salut Mehdi. Salut, bienvenue. So I'm gonna do my arena quickly because I'll log off and go to bed right after the stream. So arena, I'm trying not to hit my stats and particularly not my alliance. I won't do all my match, I'll keep the last few before bed, last minute. I don't know that dude. That dude sometimes he wins me, I think. Not sure what he does with his lineup, but sometimes he kicks my butt with 2-3 million less power. So I'll keep the rest for later, we'll go on the farm a bit. So let's do... Merci, moi je viens de commencer le jeu vendredi. Bah écoute, il y a plein de... Alors c'est en anglais, si tu comprends l'anglais, j'ai plein de choses pour toi. J'ai plein de guides pour les nouveaux, notamment sur un guide qui s'appelle How to Rush Furnace 30. Donc comment rusher la fournaise, je sais pas comment ça s'appelle en anglais. Le truc au centre là, le chalumeau, le feu, je joue pas avec le jeu en français, donc je sais pas comment, je connais pas les noms. Mais c'est le plus important. Au début pour toi, c'est le plus important, c'est de rush Furnace 30. Contrairement à d'autres jeux similaires où tu dois pas rush, ce jeu tu dois rush. C'est clairement le mieux. Ça change clairement tout de rush. What else do I have to do? So let's do some arena. We'll do very quick. That's from our state. Hey, noisy. I won't destroy your farm. See, like, yeah, I got my butt kicked. So that's more what a free-to-play account look like as, you know, in Gen 6. Kind of what it looked like. My farm is free-to-play except the extra march and the extra building queue, but other than that I never bought anything else. So that's kind of the power you can get. I just did not play a lot of... I don't do Foundry, I don't do Canyon, I don't do SVS, Castle Battle, I don't do some events, so it's a bit weaker than it could be. For sure, yeah. Je vais déco Mehdi dans pas longtemps, mais si tu veux repasser sur un prochain live ou si tu as des questions, n'hésite pas. Je sais qu'il n'y a pas beaucoup de contenu en français. Je voulais faire une chaîne française, mais j'ai pas trop eu le temps. Ça prend beaucoup de temps. Déjà la chaîne anglaise, donc n'hésite pas à demander s'il y a des choses. I'll log off soon, guys. If you have any question, that you know, feel free. Else, I'll go to sleep. I'm kind of tired. Kind of have a bit of a headache and a bit tired, so tomorrow is back to Monday, you know. Back to normal life, I guess. Not weekend anymore. So how is Teddy looking? Teddy is decent as well, right? He has a bit weaker on the hero gear. He invested a bit more on the chief gear. Charms is similar actually. So he invested a bit in charms. Maybe a bit better. He has T11. No, he has better stat than me. A bit better stat. So Teddy is good. He's getting stronger. He went on level 10 widgets. Wow. That's commitment, Teddy. And Thomas should be strong as well. Yeah, a bit weaker stats. But T11, yeah, that's mostly that's decent for hero gear as well. See, like what people do, and that's something I forgot if I mentioned it in the hero gear. And that's a good thing to do, is really go strong on the lethality on these two heroes, on the Lancers and Marksmen, and you forget health basically. He did a bit of health, but not much. Some people do even less, like they do Essence Stone level 2 and the item are like level 40. You can really go low on health on Marksmen and Lancers, and you go really strong on health on Infantry basically, and you don't really care about lethality on Infantry, so you basically do 2 pieces per set on each hero, and you do lethality on Marksman Lancers and health on Infantry. That works really well. That's kind of the best way probably to go about it as a low spender. So the F is maxed on gear, and charm is it, yeah, these are still level 10 except, okay, so he got level 10 except on infantry, max chief gear. Yeah, he's really struggling with mithril, and that the issue for many people is mithril. Mithril is so expensive to do, but that starts to be really solid. And you clearly see the difference in the stats, right? I thought he had more T11 as well. Was it a rally or was it a solo march? Oh, it was a rally, so it's not just his stats. Is yeah. So he has T11, of course. He has T11. Oh, our buddy Burry is doing. But these are good stats, you know. Like Burry is not. I don't know if he spends. He probably does not, or very little. Oh, that's cures actually. But the bonus source is Burry. Okay, so that's Burry sharing his stats. That's like normal stats for kind of low spender free to play. That's something you want to do, yeah, of course, is register with your buff tomorrow with 12-hour buffs at reset or as soon as you can. I need to think about it tomorrow morning when I wake up, because I wake up and I have only a few hours to do it, so sometimes I forgot. Sultan start to have red gear, close to 1000 on some of the stats, yeah. So for me, that's giving me a good idea of, like, you know, what that's the kind of people I want to burn in SVS, right? With solo marches. So that's where I'm. My percentages are. I'll take a screenshot. I'll take a report actually. But that's my farm. I was like, I don't have report of Foundry. That's so weird, but that's my farm. Yeah, we are good. Nothing else to do. I'm just checking I've done my daily events. That's okay. Nothing else coming up. I'll save one report. I just need to find one. That's my main march. It is my main march. So that's my stat today. So let's start it. So you can kind of see your own progression, right? But to really kick, yeah, to really burn these people, I probably need, yeah, 100% more lethality. I'm kind of a bit low in health and lethality to be. Oh no, health is okay. When that's actually okay percentage, but I need to buff a bit my damage to be able to burn people. I think that's the main challenge. But you know, research are taking 40 days, so. And I don't really have a lot. That's attack. Lethality is maxed. Yeah, kind of max lethality from the skill tree. The only option is lethality here, 4%. So I'm kind of reaching the limit of the research that really has impact. I have a bit of that's health. I don't really care. That's defense. I don't really care. I mean, a bit of attack, but yeah. So I'm kind of, yeah, start to be a bit capped with what I can do to get stronger. But that's, you know, probably a year or two worth of research to finish anyway, but probably closer to 2 than 1. Always takes a lot. Yep, so I think I'll go, guys. I'm really tired. I'll wrap up the last few things I have to do in game. But it's not much. And I need to think about a guide I need to make tomorrow. I want to make tomorrow. A few topics I want to talk about. But I need to see. Probably charms, because I did chief gear, so I need to do chief charms. Kind of sharing my thoughts on chief charms. So we'll see, but I'll see you tomorrow. If you have any questions, as always, ask in the comments. Thank you very much for being here, for watching, as always. Talk to you later, guys.